so sad. I'm feeling so depressed. I'm feeling so bad. It's very, very disappointed for me. I was thinking something else, but happened something else with me. I was so disappointed with my life, with my career. I'm so disappointed. Well, do you think that's me? No. One of my students, he kept asking these questions to me again and again. He asked these questions several times. That, ma'am, recently I joined this current organization and my life just like a hell. And I really don't understand, how do I balance my personal and professional life? Well, this is the story of many of the people among us. And we, every single day, we fight with our personal and professional life. So ladies and gentlemen, here I am, Anita. I want to say to you many details today. How do you balance your personal and professional life with this emotional intelligence? Several times, like, people ask these questions to me that, ma'am, how do you balance your personal and professional life? So here, I want to share to you all the details which I actually am doing every single day. So without any further ado, let's get started. So as you know that I love story, and through the story, sharing, the details is very easy, isn't it? So today I start with the story which I want to share to you in a nice manner. At end of the sessions, if you have any questions regarding this, please feel free to ask me. I will share to you all these things, whatever I know. So I want to tell to you one beautiful story with a beautiful manner, and I want to tell to you that one couple, they are very happy couple. Like all other couples, they are also very happy. They love to each other too much. They are very, very engaged between them, and they really love and love and love. They don't have any other word. They are very, very, very happy couple. So one day, what happened? They just went somewhere. While they're just going somewhere, they found one big puddle of mud. Somehow, that wife was talking with her husband, and she was not noticing that the big puddle of mud, and she was just putting her leg. At that particular time, husband dragged her hand very strongly and saved her and said, darling, haven't seen you this puddle of mud? Oh my God, darling, you're just about to put your leg over there. So at that time, that wife was so mesmerized. She was so happy. She was thinking that, oh my God, what a lovely husband I got. Thanks to God. Such a lovely husband, such a beautiful relationship they have. Later on, after 10 years, they have been doing the similar kind of the things, and many things had changed in between this. So say one day, after 10 years, they again went through that particular area, that particular location, and the same bundle of mud was there. So somehow that lady was talking with her husband, and she was just into that conversation. And at that time, husband said, see, There is a big puddle of mud. Take care. This time, he didn't drag, right? Similarly, after, with few years, means after 10 years, again, that they were going to the same particular location and there were a big puddle of mud. This time, story was something different. That husband was not saying anything. He was shouting and ailing on her wife and said, "What a foolish lady you are. You didn't see that a big puddle of mud? Oh God, why did I marry with you? Oh God, it was my big mistake. I really, to whom I say anything." And it was the case happened with this particular couple. Well, I think so. This is what actually generally that we face this kind of the issue in our personal life. We married someone, we felt very happy. Later on, slowly, gradually, that our love just ruined little bit. It just like it's not that like particular love they get. So I would ask these questions to you all, my dear friends. Have we ever faced a situation similar to this one? Please chat in, text in your chat box. I really want to know that. Oh my God. Okay, Arindam said yes. So have you ever faced a situation similar to this? Naresh ji said, oh my God, yes. Okay, all right. So all the married couple, they just started to write here. Okay, yes. Okay, Bidalin also said yes. Okay, all right. Okay, yes. Vinay also said yes. Fantastic. That means these things happened with you all as well. Fantastic. My next question. What's your takeout from this, from the above scenario? I really want to know that. What's your takeout? Please text your WhatsApp. I mean, in this chat. Marriage is dangerous. Okay, all right. Anything else? Anyone else? Okay, all right. Okay, I really want to know. I really want to know one thing, that you all face this kind of the trouble in your life. I got it. So I want to tell you one thing. Relationship is not an adjective. It is not a good or bad. It is a verb which you have to do work every single day. Similarly, that you deposit your amount or the money in the bank. Why? Because you really want that could be cumulative, right? That could be just compound interest, like it could be double, and you get the return as well, means interest. Love relationship is the same way. I mean, it's going the same way, that you also could understand one thing, that you have to deposit your love in your relationship. And this is what actually I want to say. This is the money which you deposit in your bank, and in returns you get the interest as well. The similar things happens with your life as well, because you know that as much as love you just put in your relationship, you can get in returns, you can get more than that as well, because this is what actually we all need. We all need that love. We all need that connection. We all need that heart to heart interaction. though early stage of our life, means when initial days or initial stage of our marriage, at that time we are absolutely happy, and we share our love as well, we pour our love as well. But according to the time, it actually will vanish, and because of this, these things happens that we really feel that why did I do the marriage? So ladies and gentlemen, here the most important thing I want to say to you, that it's very, very, very important that you please understand these things. It is very important to understand that love is very important. You have to share your love. You have to give your love to your spouse, and in returns you get the love as well. So that is why I want to tell to you that this is absolutely your bank. You have to put the love in there. Well, I want to tell to you another thing which is very, very important for you. As you know that this is the personal life example which I gave. Right now, I want to give you one example towards your professional life. In the professional life, in the corporate life, as you know that in the corporate says that do all these things on time. On time you have to reach office, on time you have to deliver your work, on time you have to take your meeting, on time you have to discuss with your colleagues, discuss with your juniors. So everything always on time. So you can't say that okay, I will see it later on or something like this, because it's always goes on time, right? So that is why I want to share to you one corporate story as well. You can understand better that what is important here. See, I want to tell to you one boy is there. He is a very nice person. He always goes to the office on time, and he gives his best in the organization. One day, he just went down to his car parking lot. He found that his car get punctured, and he was so disappointed. He was saying that, oh shit, I could be late today. And somehow that he managed this, and he just by the help of the Stephanie, that he changed that. It took around 15 minutes. He was late 15 minutes. And after that, he was rushed to the office. In the meanwhile, that he gets stuck again into the traffic jam. As you know that this is the quite normal things in the India. So he gets stuck over there as well. Somehow that, and then he found that 30 minutes he gets late over there. And then he was so rushed. He want to just reach into the office, but it was not the case. Again, that he met with another big challenge, and that was in his lift. When he was rushing to just get into the lift boy said, sir, hold 10 minutes. So crowd, so you can't go. So please hold 10 minutes. Again, he was standing there, and somehow he reached into the 10th floor. And after that, though he was almost 1 hour, he was late on that day, and immediately he got a call from his boss. And his boss, as you know, this is a very corporate culture. You have to always on time. You can't say that I'm late today for this reason or for that reason. So he was getting a very strong scold from his boss. Boss was just shouting that, why are you late today? Do you know that so great project is going on? You know that it is very important project. You have to finish on time and you are late today. What I would say to my client, because of your late, it is a big issue. So he was so mesmerized at that time. He was so down at that time. He was so disappointed at that time. He was saying that, oh my God, I actually I really don't want this, but these things happened with me. Here I want to ask you this question, that have you ever faced a situation similar to this one? Yes or no, please. Corporate says that, yes, this is very important to go on time. So have you ever faced this kind of things? Narresh said, okay. Narresh said that, no. Okay, all right. So any, okay. Tabassum said that, yes. Okay, Tabassum. Anybody else? All right. Yes, this is what happened with many of the corporate employees, right? So I really would ask this question. Vidalin also said, yes, okay. Thank you, Vidalin. Thank you for sharing the answer. Thank you. Okay, how would you have reacted in these situations? My dear friend, honestly, just text me the answer. I really want to know that. What is your actual answer? How would you have reacted in this situation? Okay, all right. I guess that there is some network issues. Any which way, don't argue, say sorry. Okay, all right, fine, Sumendra sir. Okay, anybody else want to say anything related this? Anyone else? Keep calm. Sikha sir said keep calm. Okay, Sikha sir. All right. Anyone else? Keep patience and listening to boss. Okay, all right. Fantastic, lovely. All right. Thank you so much for lovely answer. Thank you so much for your participations as well. I want to tell to you what that boy did. Don't you think so that it is a very like a embarrassed kind of things, that if you can just feel like this, that your boss just, you know, like scolding to you at that particular time, you were so, you know, down, and whole day you are just thinking about this, my boss is scolding me in that way, this way, and he was scolding me like this, that, and all. So these things happens with everyone. It's quite natural, because we all have the emotions, and that is why these things happens. And I want to tell to you that what that boy did in this particular situation. He went to his cubicle and stood there, announced loudly one thing. Hello, hello, hello. Dear colleagues, do you know that today I was late and my boss was scolding me badly. Because of this, I'm a little upset. And I really want to tell to you that may I could not respond to you all nicely. So my dear colleagues, I really would request you, if I do like this, then please don't feel bad. And after that, he started his work. He was nicely doing his work. End of the evening, his boss came to his cubicle and said, "Hello, I am so happy on you. I just feel great today that you complete your all the tasks what client asked me. And it's a very nice day for me today. I'm so happy today." He was smiled and said that, "Thank you, sir." So think of it, how that emotional intelligence works here. Though if he only puts his emotions, then a whole day he was thinking about that, this, but he didn't do that intelligently. Emotional intelligence he applied. He just conveyed his message to everyone. After that, he was free from his mind, and he knew that what is important for him, and he did the same. And this situation turned worst to best. It was very worst in the morning time, and it converted into the best way. And do you know that what happened? That boss announced surprisingly that we do party today. So the party was there, and they all actually enjoy that. Oh, great, great, and great. Everyone said that, wow, that you did it, you made it, great. So this is called the emotional intelligence. In your personal life, that these things happened, that couple, they didn't give the best relationship, and because of this, it was a very bad relationship after 10 years, because they had emotion, but they didn't give their emotion intelligence. That is why emotion intelligence is required your personal and professional life, because it is very important to understand your inner first, and accordingly that you have to act on. So ladies and gentlemen, almost that you understood this concept of emotional intelligence between your personal and professional life. Now I would move to the next one, and the next one is a very nice video.
Back in 1938, there was a man in Hungarian army named Karoli who was the best pistol shooter of his country. He won most of the major national and international championships. He seemed closest to winning the 1940 Tokyo Olympic Games gold medal, and that was his only dream. The focus of his life was to win the Olympic gold medal for his country, for which he had practiced for years. He wanted to make his hand the best shooting hand in the world. But all the dreams turned to dust one day. In 1938, in an army training camp, in an unfortunate accident, one hand grenade exploded in Karoli's right hand, his shooting hand. That grenade ended up not only his shooting hand, but his Olympic dream as well, the only goal of his life. He had two ways. He would have chosen to knee down to life and cry for the rest of his life, or he would have focused back on his dream with a small light of hope. After 1 year in 1939, Karoli went to a national shooting championship in his country. His colleagues were delighted to see him and complimented him on his courage to come up at the championship to cheer for them. But Karoli answered, that he's not there to cheer them, but to compete them. He was there to compete them with his only hand. He had practiced for a complete 1 year with his left hand to become the best shooter again, and he won that championship. He focused on what he had, not on what he has lost. But he didn't stop there. His focus was to become the best shooting hand of the world and to win the Olympic gold medal. So he started training again with his only hand, and he concentrated his whole energy on 1940 Olympics. But 1940 Olympics got cancelled due to World War II. But he didn't lose hope, so he concentrated and trained again for 1944 Olympics. But unfortunately, they got cancelled too due to World War again. It was hard, very hard to see his Olympic dream fade away like a dust. But he kept practicing and prepared again for 1948 Olympics. He was 28 years of age in 1938, and in 1948 he was 38 years old. It was hard to compete with the new players with the new energies, but that didn't stop him. He went there. Best shooters from all over the world were competing with their best hand. He was the only one competing with his only hand, and the man with the only hand won. But he didn't stop there. In 1952 Olympics, he won the gold again and changed the history of Olympics. If you are determined, nothing can stop you to reach your goal.
Well, you saw that video. I would ask only one question here, and after that, I will just say to you the details that we generally don't do. What drove his behavior? I want to say one thing to you all, that he was absolutely determined. He knew that his mindset was absolutely determined. He knew that what he wanted to do. And that is why I want to tell you that three things, three determinism is there who actually would make you trouble. And that is the genetic determinism, psychic determinism, and environmental determinism. What is that? I really want to go to the details of these three things. Genetic determinism. This is the first thing I want to share to you, that normally what happens with us, we all are just blame to our grandfather, our ancestor for anything. Because of my grandfather, I don't have anything. I don't have bungalow. I don't have good house. I don't know anything. I want to share to you certain grandfathers were really good, and they were really businessman, business tycoon and all. Like, I want to tell to you that Ratan Tata, his grandfather, Mr. J.N. Tata, he was finest business tycoon. Because of this, that Ratanji also leads the same, and he runs a great organization called Tata Group. No doubt at all. Again, another person, Mr. Dhirubhai Ambani. Yes, everyone knows Reliance. Reliance, actually, that today, if their grandchildren said that my grandfather was nice person and the nice great business tycoon, no doubt. But how many are like them? It's very few. I want to tell to you that we always blame our ancestor. Because of them, we are poor. We don't have land. We don't have house. We don't have good bank balance and all these things, right? Then now let's move on to the psychic determinism. Okay, what is that? we blame to our parents. We say that, like, if you are not good in your engineering or doctor or certain things, that you just blame to your parents, that because of your parents you are nowhere, and you don't get anything in your life what actually you deserve, right? You just always blame to your parents as well. Next, environmental determinism. Here I want to tell to you, normally we just blame to our economy, right? We say that because of COVID, I lost my job. Because of share market down, I lost my money. Because of that the high competitions in the market, I don't get the job. So these are the certain, the points generally we speak about, and we simply blame and curse to others. And we are very happy to do that entire life, whole life. We do the same kind of things. We always blame to our parents, our grandparents, as well as our condition. This is called the situations. So, what we learned from the Calvin story, he didn't do these three things. Neither his grandfather was the same what he did in the Olympic, nor his father was the same. He didn't think about to go to the Olympic, even though he lost his hand as well. But still, he didn't think like this, that not to do that. He was standing as it is to the other pistol player. And do you know that when one person was asking to him that, oh wow, Taylor, you was there, you are here, great to see you, and okay, that you just go and watch. Then he said that I'm not here for the watching this entire Olympic game. I'm here that to compete with you, and I will win. This is called the determination, what he had. And because of this, today, 2021, we remember that particular person. This is called the determinations which we don't have. And that is why we always face trouble in our life, and we just curse or blame to others. And the third important thing I want to say, that environmental determinism, there I want to say to you that this person, when he was there for the Olympic pistol game, at that particular time, it was the second war condition, so bad. But he didn't say himself that, like, no, I can't do. He was absolutely determined that what he wanted to do. And he was waiting. And later on, three times, he won this Olympic game. Think of it. This is called the determinations. So determinations, curse to others, blame to others, that is your emotion. But if you can put your determinations, that is your emotion intelligence. It works. It gives you the power. It gives you the patience. It gives you the support. And after that, you can stand anywhere. Well, I want to share to you an amazing story. And that story says a lot. I want to share to you that story, a person who is absolutely workaholic. He works day and night. He puts his efforts too much. And what he does, Well, I want to share to you a beautiful story again. I want to say to you what happens with that workaholic person. Mr. K, he's Mr. K, and he works hard every single day and night he works. One day what happened, that certain machine get damaged. For this, that he was just very worried about this, and he started to identify first, and then he tried to rectify it as well. I mean, he tried to modify it, or that to just try to organize it once again, right? So what happened, that he has one colleague with him. All of a sudden, next morning, the first day when he started to work on this, that he punched his office at sharp 7:15 a.m. and till 9:15 evening, that he worked hard, but he didn't get any kind of solution. So after that, what he did, he just stopped that, and immediately next day he came little early, means 6:15 he joined the office. Well, he got a call from his friend, I mean his colleague, and his colleague said that, dear, I'm so ill, so I can't able to come. He was little depressed and little disappointed how that he will work today, because he is absolutely alone. So he started to work again, right? And that day, it's almost like 11 p.m. that he was there in the office. So every single day, consecutively 3 days, that he actually went to office like this. He had been going there like this way. So one day, the third day, that his boss actually was passing through around 10:30 p.m. And he saw that Mr. K, is working over there, and he was just like he was fully like determined that what he has to complete this work anyhow. It's a demand. So these things happened. So immediately next day, he was feeling little sick. And because of this, that he was late 10 minutes. Although he saw his watch and found that he was late today. He said, oh my God, I'm late today. Oh, I need to rush fast. When he entered his cabin at that particular time, he got a call from his boss. As you know, that was always on demand. And if you are late, then it's a big question in the corporate. So he got a call from his boss. And his boss said that, come to my cabin. He was completely, programmed his mind that if my boss asks these questions to me, that why are you late today, I would say that consecutively I have been working 3 days, and it's I if I late 10 minutes today, what's the big deal, I would just say to him. So though he programmed his mind accordingly, that once he just knocked his boss cabin at that time, that boss only said simply, you are late today 10 minutes. He said, as you know, that he vomited all in front of his boss. Sir, you haven't seen my quality, you haven't seen my nature, you haven't seen that how strongly, how alone that I have been working 3 days. So you are just seeing that I am late today. That is the only one thing that you are just saying to me. And boss was so surprised and so confused. Like what happened with him? And what happened after that? He gave one water glass to him, glass of water. He gave him and said that, calm down, dear, calm down. I know it because I saw yesterday that you worked hard. I really want to know that how you. That's the first question I really want to ask you. He was little cool, little, little okay. And he just said, okay, sir. Oh, my dear Mr. K, I know it. You are having a great power. You are a good employee of my company. I'm so glad to see you. You're such a workaholic person. And because of this, I really want to promote you. I really want to give you the great designation, good designation, upper level designation. Because of this, I called you up. I want to tell to you, you just go to the another segment where that under you the 20 employees will work. That is what I want to share to you. That is why I called you. He was at that time, Mr. K was so surprised, said that, what, sir? Yes, my dear, I really want to give to you this thing. He was happy immediately. He was so happy on that day because boss said that he would give the next positions. So that's great thing for him. But at that particular time, his boss sat in the chair, on the chair, and said that, okay, Mr. K, hope that you love to listen to this thing, isn't it? He said, yes, sir. But my dear K, you have a great leadership quality. You can work very hard because I have seen it. I just understand your quality. But one thing I want to say to you, before saying anything, you have to listen to someone. If you don't listen to someone, then you cannot understand his or her voice, what he or she wants to say. So this is the big question mark on your great designation. I would give you, but next, whenever you meet with somebody or someone wants to say you something, first you listen it carefully and then answer it. So again, the emotional intelligence that you have to listen to someone. Though you know that all the catalyst speaker, they always listen to others. Like life example I want to give to you, Arindam. He is a catalyst communicator. Everyone says that he is a great speaker. Why? Because he listens to others nicely. And that is why everyone loves him. The similar things. First, you listen. It's really important. Well, I want to tell to you, we all have gun. Okay, what is gun? Gun means that attributes. So attributes means that we all have some gun. Gun means, like sato gun and rajo gun and tamo gun. So what is that in English? I want to share to you so that you can get easily understand it. So sato gun means that you have a goodness. I mean, it's a good quality, goodness, right? That is called the satogun, right? It's great attributes. Then rajogun. Rajogun means that you have passion. You are a very passionate person, right? That is called the rajogun, right? And then the tamogun. Tamogun means that you are what is that called, that you have rage, right? You just compete with others. So this is called the rage, that you have that things. So I want to share one story of a very nice lady and a great couple. They have a different kind of opinion, but at the end, what happened with them, I want to share to that. Here we go. One lady, she is a great lady. She has all the goodness. Goodness means that satogun. She loves to attend the great lectures. wants that, to go there, to go and to sit there, the kind of the spiritual lectures. And her husband is quite opposite of her. He has the he has the um, that passion. Passion is all about the rajogun, right? He has that rajogun, right? Rajogun related to the passion. Well, what happened that both are absolutely opposite of each other. So one day he got to know that there is one great what is that called, the spiritual lectures going on, right? So immediately he called his husband and said that, darling, so today we have to, you just cancel your job, or you just cancel your office today, and we both will go to the lecture. It's a great, and we really get the knowledge from there, and we apply the same in our life as well. So his husband listened to it and said that, darling, I will cancel my office today, but I really don't want to go to this lecture. I want to go. We both will go to the cinema. Let's move on to the cinema. What that lecture, spiritual lecture? Why that you are worried? Why that you are just listening to that things? Let's move on. Lecture. Let's move on to the cinema. We just enjoy over there. Husband said like this. Then wife decided, because he has a satogun. She has a satogun. She is very good into there to go to the spirituals and all these things. So she loved that and she really wants to go there. So finally, it's a cross things, right? Doesn't understand to each other. So they went to different places. And they had a great fight between them, that she wanted that her husband wants to go with her, and husband wants that his wife wants to go to the cinema. And it was that great fight between them. So what happened? They went to different places. So once they come back, similar thing happened again. And it was a very strong fight between them. It was the again cinema in between their house. They were fighting like a hell, and they were saying so many things. So after that husband said, I really don't want to stay with you because you don't understand me. And then wife also said that, who wants to stay with you, dear? I really don't want to stay with you as well. And ultimately, this story ended with the divorce. It was so bad that they took the divorce. So what's the story it is? Do you know that? The reason behind of this? This story happens many of the house. Why? Because we don't understand to each other. If wife, when husband said that I really don't want to go with you because I really don't like it, your lecture and all, it's quite obvious. Many of the people, they really don't want to go to the spiritual things. So at that particular time, that wife would say to her husband, okay, darling, you go to your cinema because you like it, that you do it that. I really don't like it, so I would not go. You please go. I love it that if you go there. On the similar way, that if that husband would also say the same to his wife, okay, if you don't like to go to cinema, please go there. Please go to the spiritual lecture and enjoy over there. And please just share to me the details, what you have learned over there. Think of it. This is called that the emotional intelligence. We have an emotion, we have an anger, we have a sad, we have a we have a lot of the furious things, but we really don't understand to each other, and that these things happens that we just separate to each other. And it's not only the case happens with the husband and wife, it is not only the one relationship. I want to say these things happens with the parents as well. These things happens with the brothers or sisters as well. It's not only these things that we just behave with our spouse like this, we behave with others as well. If your father said that he doesn't have money to give you for your higher education, try to understand. He doesn't have this. Otherwise, he never say to you that no, you don't go for higher educations, you don't go for the higher to the abroad. He doesn't would say to you like this just because of he doesn't have that capacity. Try to understand. If your mom doesn't cook for you, don't feel bad. She cannot. That is why that she said that no, I cannot do it for today. She doesn't feel that. She feels so much bad inside, but she doesn't want to show that. And that is what the relationship, your brothers, sisters ask anything, try to understand that why that he asked like this. Though that we understand this, we can fight it, but ultimately we can understand the feelings as well. And that is why last sessions also I said, try to understand others. That is the only emotional intelligence. And the similar way I want to say to you that if you can maintain these things, so none of the single house will break like this. None of the single relationship will break like this. We all always get settled in our life. Though we don't put the emotion intelligence over there, that is why that these things happens in our life. Now, what to do then? Again, the questions comes that what to do? We all face this kind of the challenges. Here I want to say to you, certain faculties, 4 faculties by the Sigmund Freud, that he he shared these things to that mental faculties, right? That's very important. Try to understand, my dear friends, that these 4 faculties are very important. We all have. Try to understand one by one things. Faculty of choice. That means that uh, like you like a song, you like dance, you like to meet with people, you want to travel some places. So that is called the faculty of choice. What that means that you want to make it, that you want to love it, that to do. So this is the first one, faculty of choice. Then comes to the faculty of conscience. What is that? That is your sixth sense, what it says. Sixth sense, we all have that, and we know that it works. We all know that. Somebody says that I really don't understand this thing. No, you don't listen to yourself carefully. That is why these things happens. Faculty of conscience means that sixth sense, it works in a high level, super degree, high range, right? But it works. It, you can't say that it doesn't work. So this is a second one, faculty of conscience. Then comes to the faculty of self-awareness. Faculty of self-awareness means that emotional attachment, emotional intelligence, emotional awareness. You know that when you feel bad, when you feel sad, when you feel happy, when you feel great, when you feel excited, you know each and everything. But towards this faculty of this one, faculty of self-analysis, that means that you have to understand one thing, that it is like just how to organize your life, how to structure your life, and according to situation, how you work. That is called the faculty of self-awareness, right? So these are the four faculties which we all have. Now, how to work on it and how to develop that and what we have to do, then if we have, then how we just chase that insight only. I mean, we have this all these things, but we really don't know. Somebody knows about this, somebody doesn't know about this. So right now I want to tell to you then what are the tips that you have to follow every single day. So number one, it's a great things, meditation. You have to do the meditation. It's very important that every single day, at least 10 to 15 minutes, you do meditations so that your mental condition would be proper and you get the clarity of your life. And of course, if somebody does this meditation, so he or she will not fight with this with his or her spouse or somebody else. So meditations is really very important. Daily reflections. So daily reflections means that magnify your things, that what actually you did it today. And if you make any kind of the mistake, then what you have learned from that particular mistake. That's again very important for you. And this is called that daily reflections. Then keep a journal. That means every single day you write down certain things, that what happened with you, what you did, and what is your next step plan. That also that you have to write down in advance. Similarly, what we do in our English times, that next day what would we share to our students, we know it very well and we share the same things to our students as well. So next step plan, practice it, and that's really give you the great kind of the structure, what exactly that you become a great human as well, right? Then dealings with the office staff carefully, that you know very well this is your office, so you have to be very disciplined over there, you have to be very sincere over there. You just try that if your colleagues uh, becomes like if your colleagues became like your friend, then it's great, then and it's great that if you can deal with them, but not with everyone. So that is why that you have to just put your certain like discipline inside. That's really important. And visit the places. Why it's important? If you go somewhere, then you got to know certain things like the culture, traditions, the cuisine and the atmosphere and the people, people interactions. Through the people interactions, you got to know that what kind of the people they are, they're good, they're bad, what exactly. So if you can go, so varieties of idea you can receive easily. So that is why visit the places. That's very important. Learn from the faculty behavior. Sorry, learn from faulty behavior. That's again very important. Learn from your faulty behavior. That means that whatever the mistake you did in your past, that you have to learn it and immediately that okay, this was my mistake. Like generally we give the feedback to our students, then they understood these things, that okay, that this is the things that what they made the mistake in there. So that is why it is very important, you have to understand these things, and in that way that you can like develop your all these things inside. If you can start to do like this, then slowly and steadily you become a very finest person, and you don't have any kind of the clash between anybody's, like your colleagues, your boss, or your spouse as well. It's really very important. At the last, I want to tell to you one small story. आप सबको वो बहुत अच्छा लगेगा, इसीलिए मैं हिंदी में आपको बताना चाहती हूँ। सो द स्टोरी ऐसा है कुछ, अकबर और बीरबल की स्टोरी आपको बहुत पसंद है और आप सुनते भी होंगे, तो मैंने वहां से एक चीज उठाई है और आपको बताना चाहती हूँ। अकबर जो राजा थे और बीरबल उसके मंत्री थे और बहुत ही शार्प माइंडेड थे, राइट? सो अकबर के दरबार पे, अकबर के यहाँ पे एक प्रॉब्लम हुई। प्रॉब्लम क्या था कि उनकी बेटी की तबीयत खराब थी, उनकी बेटी को आंखों में कुछ तकलीफ था। तो उन्होंने वैद्य जी को बुलाया, वैद्य जी आए और उन्होंने उनकी बेटी को देखा और बोले कि आपको कुछ नहीं करने की जरूरत है राजा जी, आप सिर्फ इसे ग्रीन दिखाइए तो धीरे धीरे ये ठीक हो जाएगी। ग्रीन मतलब हरा रंग दिखाइए, ये धीरे धीरे ठीक हो जाएगी। सो अकबर बोले ठीक है, मेरे पूरे पैलेस, मतलब उनका पूरा जो पैलेस था उसको पूरा हरा रंग कर दिया जाए। सो वर्कर्स आ गए, लेबर्स आ गए और उनको हरा रंग करने लगे, राइट? इतने में एक चीज हुई कि जैसे ही उसको हरा रंग किया गया तो बीरबल वहां से गुजर रहे थे और बीरबल को भी वर्कर्स ने पेंट कर दिया, हरा रंग लगा दिया। तो बीरबल बहुत घबराते हुए पूछे कि आपने ये क्या किया, आप मुझे क्यों हरा रंग कर रहे हो? तो वर्कर्स बोले कि सर हमें ये आदेश मिली है कि हम इसे सबको हरा कर दें। लेकिन क्यों? क्योंकि राजा के बेटे को कुछ तकलीफ है आंखों में और डॉक्टर ने कहा है कि सबको हरा कर दीजिए, तो इसीलिए हम सबको हरा कर रहे हैं। बीरबल बोले कि अच्छा ठीक है, तो मैं जाता हूँ अकबर जी से मिलके आता हूँ। तो वो अकबर जी के पास गए और वहां पे वो बोले कि सर मुझे पता चला है कि आप पूरे पैलेस को ग्रीन कलर कर रहे हैं। तो बोले हाँ, तुम्हें तो पता है कि मेरी बेटी ठीक नहीं है, उसकी आंखों के लिए हरा रंग ही सही है, इसीलिए मैं पूरा पैलेस को अपना हरा करना चाहता हूँ, क्योंकि मेरी बेटी मेरा सब कुछ है। इसीलिए मैं पूरे पैलेस को हरा करना चाहता हूँ ताकि वो जहां जाए हरा देखे। अकबर बहुत इमोशंस थे, अकबर के अंदर बहुत इमोशन था, अकबर बहुत दुखी थे। तो बीरबल ने बताया सर मैं आपको एक सरल सा उपाय दूं। अकबर बोले हाँ सर, आप क्यों नहीं उसे एक ग्रीन कलर का चश्मा दे देते हैं? ग्रीन कलर का चश्मा पहनते ही उसको सारा चीज हरा ही तो दिखेगा। अकबर बोले वाह, ये तो बहुत अच्छी बात आपने कह दी। और इसके बाद मैं ये बताना चाहती हूँ कि बीरबल जो थे वो इमोशनल इंटेलिजेंस थे। इमोशनल इंटेलिजेंस का मतलब है solution maker. So solution maker, he knew that how to organize the things with his based brain, with his based thought. And Akbar was absolutely the emotion person. He didn't understand that how to tackle with the situation. So this is the story which I wanted to share to you. I hope that you understood certain things from me, and thank you so much that your valuable presence. Thank you to all of you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, ma'am, for this amazing session. It was completely filled with almost all the practical scenarios that we go in our daily life. Thank you, Diksha, and thank you so much. Thank you so much. And it's an impeccable session filled with a lot of case studies. I could personally feel that, yes, this is what happens to us every single day. My God, such an amazing session. But I will not do the talking. I would request the audience to do the talking. So, yes, now Miss Anita is available for each and every one of you. If you have anything to share, if you would like to ask anything, now it's high time. Yes, we will start with Mr. Naresh. Yes, sir.
Yes, good evening, ma'am.
Good
And
evening, sir.
Good evening to everyone. Really, it was very great session. We learned a lot, and actually, I want to say that I learned that emotional intelligence is the key to both profession and personal success.
Perfect, sir.
Really, yeah, really, you had given so many examples and stories, and you explained in a very nice manner. I really like it, and really, this session was very amazing.
Thank you.
Definitely, we again want to listen from you in the next week or from next week regarding more and more topics. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. Thank
Once
you.
again, once again,
Thanks.
thank you so much. We are getting another demand for the upcoming workshop. Great. Thank you so much, Naresh sir. Yes. Thank you so much. Still, the platform is open for all type of conversation. If you have anything to share, anything to speak, so I would request Sominder sir. Yes, Sominder sir. How was the session?
Really, it's amazing. Acha, I want to ask you only one thing. How this concept comes to your mind to share, in front of us? How you got this idea? How to comes to your mind? Just tell me.
It's the case, sir. It's a case analysis, case studies that generally I just face. I mean, I have seen that many of
Yeah, it's a generalized problem across the globe. Yes,
yes, absolutely. So that is why that
and
I have decided this.
the cartoons which you picked up is so nice. Each and every image, picture, huh? That's really
Yes.
good.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you
Thank you
so
so
much.
much. Thank you, sir. Thank
Thank
you.
you so much. And we have Miss Devahuti Mishra. My God, ma'am, after so long, finally you have managed to come. We would like to know your point of view. If possible, you can also share your point of views as well. What have you got? How's your experience? And I would request to Gaurav Daksh. Gaurav Daksh is also there. Yes, Gaurav. So it's really
Hi,
great.
sir.
Yeah. So Gaurav, how was your experience there and what kind of learnings have you taken from this workshop?
So the session was full of ample daily life experiences and the things that we need to indulge in our life so that we can actually get away from the problems that we face in our daily life, in our professional life, because all these things are actually based on these things only that were expressed by ma'am. And it was like a stupendous performance, and really it was like a roller coaster ride full of energy and full of information as well. So I really loved two examples. First was from Olympic, and actually I knew about this story, but when it was narrated by ma'am again, so I actually felt the same energy again. I was full of energy. I felt exuberant again. And the second example, and it was, I also got connected to this example. I felt very connected because Olympics are going on and we have got the like first medal
Correct.
on the very first day. So it was really like a connecting type of thing. And this second example, that was of a person who used to work in the office, who was workaholic, but then there was a teaching by his boss that you need to be a good listener. And really, if you want to do something big in your life, then you need to be a good listener. And this is how, with this story, ma'am actually narrated it very well, or gave a like example by which we learned that yes, we need to be a good listener for sure. Thank you, ma'am. It was really nice session.
Thank you so much, Gaurav. Thank you so much.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Gaurav. Yes, Shekhar sir. How can we forget you? Shekhar sir, what's your
Hello.
experience? Yes, good evening, sir.
Yeah,
How's your
are
experience?
you able to hear me? Yeah, good evening. Hello.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Of course, as usual, the session was very informative. It was very amazing, and I was really surprised when the topic of Sato Rajo Tamo came up, because it is the three stages of entropy, which very few people encroach and talk about. And I really believe in these three stages, and It comes from your lifestyle, it comes from the food you eat, it comes from the way you think and everything. And the way it was explained was very nice. And especially the techniques that we can do to attain good emotional intelligence was really impressive. It was really impressive. I think this was one of our very enlightening sessions for all of us.
Thank you, sir. Thank you
Yeah,
so
thank you
much.
so much.
Thank you.
And
Thank you. Yeah,
and,
thank you.
and we have Tabassum as well. Yes, Tabassum, how was your experience? Yes, Tabassum. And we have Jeevan. Yeah, Tabassum. Yes, please.
Uh, good evening, all of you. It was a great experience, and I've learned a lot of things as lot of things for personal and professional intelligence, emotional intelligence, and it was a uh, great thing which I have learned from ma'am always. When I was in session also, it was a great experience with her.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Tabassum.
sir. Thank you, Tabasum. Thank you. Thank you so much, Tabasum.
And I would like to, yes, thank you so much, everyone. And thank you so much, ma'am. It was really an amazing session filled with a lot of case studies, and I hope all the our entire audience has learned a lot. And we have got another demand for the upcoming workshop. So definitely another workshop is also going to be on emotional intelligence, but that time we are going to touch upon different section of emotional intelligence. What is that? You will get to know later on. So at the end, I would like to say thank you, and thank you to each and every member. Thank you to all the participants who have produced such great comments in the chat box. And thank you so much for your valuable time. Besides, I would also like to request all of you to block your seat on 3rd of August, because on 3rd of August, we are going to have an amazing gala, amazing celebration, because we are about to complete our 1 year, and we have so much to offer to each and every one of you. So I request, if you really feel that you have got some valuable learnings from this workshop, then you need to give Guru Dakshina, because it's Guru Purnima, Guru Dakshina is required. And Guru Dakshina is that you have to shoot a video of yours sharing your experiences with English Times so far. Let me repeat once again. You have to shoot a small video sharing your experience with English Times so far. So if you provide this Guru Dakshina, then definitely you will be you can become a profound speaker. So on that note, I would like to thank each and everybody for coming, and thank you so much. God bless you. Stay blessed. Stay safe. Thanks.